Hey there, golfers and golfettes. Tom Saguto here, PGA member and founder of SagutoGolf, with your weekly e-tip. And this week I want to talk about something that is quite odd, but we've talked about odd things in the past. I want to see if you're actually hitting from the right side of the ball, if you're trying to determine which side should I hit from. Should I be right-handed or left-handed? And this question seems really basic. Well, I've been playing golf for 20 years right-handed, so I should be right-handed. Or I've been playing golf for 15 years left-handed, so I should be left-handed. Sometimes it's not as basic as that. Which hand should be dominant in my golf swing? That's the ultimate question. Which one's going to provide me with most power and consistency? And there are some of you out there, unfortunately, who have done this the opposite way. And I want you to have the most power and consistency. So here's a good understanding of what each hand does. As a rule, you should be playing golf with your dominant hand. So you pick your dominant hand and you play with that dominant hand. If you're a left-handed, if you hit a hammer and a nail with a left hand, you should be left-handed. If you hit a hammer and a nail with a right hand, you should be right-handed. That's a simple way to put it. It's not necessarily if you right left-handed or right-handed, but whatever one you use to hit with. Like if you got a hammer and a nail, that's your power hand. So for me, I've always hit a hammer and a nail or a baseball with my right arm, my right hand. And so that's my power hand. And naturally, I actually was a left-handed golfer. My dad switched me over, but as a rule, I've got more power with the right. And the right arm is your power arm. The trail arm is the power arm in the golf swing. So for right-handed players, you need that right hand to be very strong. Okay? The lead arm, the left arm, is more of the control arm. Now, this is going to be controversial because there's a lot of you out there who say, well, I like to pull through with the left. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. It's golf. It's your swing. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But my experience with the left is my weaker hand in the golf swing. It doesn't have any power to add. I would much rather swing one-armed with my right because I've got so much more power with the right. I can punch that golf ball. And most of you will find your dominant arm is the one that you are the strongest with. And there's so much more speed. Can you imagine in tennis, the forehand? That's your power hand. Most tennis players would take the forehand over the backhand because they don't have any power with the backhand. So that's what we're getting to. You should be using the swing that's designed for your dominant arm. And your dominant arm needs to be the trail arm for the most power and even consistency, because this trail arm can control club face like this. So you can not only hit hard, you can control the club face. Think like tennis or ping pong. Backhand's tough, but the forehand, you can bring that through. So when we get into hitting the golf ball, this could be big for you. I teach a couple people who did it the opposite way. Like I've got a golfer who's dominant left hand. He's got a power in his left hand, but he swings right-handed. So what do you do if you got the opposites? Well, he can feel his left hand, so I tell him to feel his downswing in his left hand. But he's sacrificing power because he's not using his really powerful hand. His left hand, he should ideally be lefty so he can punch the golf ball with his left. So it's all about punching the golf ball. Okay? Kind of a little different way to look at the golf swing, but how would you look at tennis or baseball? When you take a tennis racket out and you hit powerfully, it's usually with that forehand. That dominant hand is your most powerful hand. And I want you to hit the ball further and most consistent so you can control more with that dominant hand. Let's get into a golf shot. And everything that I feel is in this dominant arm on the way through. I've got that right hand powering up on the golf ball for some seriously good strikes. So I'm going to load that dominant hand. I'm going to punch the golf ball with it. There's a lot of power there. So golfers and golfettes, go out there, see if you can use that dominant hand to your advantage. And if you don't have that dominant hand working for you, find a way to make it work for you because it's your power hand. I want you to have more yardage with less effort. This is the key. It's the trail arm. Master the trail arm and you'll get more power and consistency. Last note, if you have been playing with switched arms, like let's say I'm playing golf right-handed, but my left arm's dominant. You've got two options. You can pull through with the left on the downswing, you kind of just swing through normal, Or you can train the right arm, because we can train our bodies to do this. You can train the right arm to be that dominant arm. And that will work out better for you in the long run. Just train that arm to work for you, because you're going to see so many more benefits out of it. Train it. Just do this motion. Hit shots one arm, and you'll see some beautiful shots, beautiful results, much more power by using that trail arm. Thanks for tuning in, golfers and golf pets. This little weekly e-tip is there to get you some more power and consistency. Obviously, I'm out here to help you make the most out of the game you love. So, Tom Saguto here, PGA member, founder of SagutoGolf. Have an awesome week, and thanks for watching.